What's good, Pack Nation? Welcome to Packin with Gary, where we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between. So let's talk ball. All right. So we lost to Kansas in overtime, 1 point. Yeah, our defense is improving, but we are still losing because of this three ball. Okay? Think about that. We have lost all of our big games because one player has a career game on us. Now, I understand metrics and analytics and whatnot, and it says that these people shouldn't shoot what they're shooting and all of that. But at this point, I think the metrics probably say we're terrible at guarding the three. All right, we blatantly disrespected this guy, Melvin Council Jr. We sat in the paint and dared just gave him wide open shots. He was reluctant to take it at first. But at some point, it's a pride thing, and he started hitting a couple of them. Okay, and so he's hit two, three shots at that point. We're like, all right, we're gonna guard him a little bit closer now, but we're still gonna go under the pick. So, you know, I get if you go over the pick that he can then drive the basketball. He did a couple of times, but three is worth more than two. Much rather him go to the hole hit than just sitting out there shooting open threes after he's gotten hot. But, we did what we did and just said, the numbers are the numbers. At some point, he's going to miss, right? Wrong. Look, Will Wade, he's making adjustments. And, I'm not bothered by that. I see the adjustments, but I don't feel the players are making the adjustment themselves. So I can't put this all on him. All right, you're a D1 athlete. And at what point are you going to say, you know what? This dude is going to stop busting my ass out here. My fans are here. My family is here. My girlfriend is here. Whoever is there to support you is expecting to see your best effort. And at some point, you just have to sit down and guard the ball, right? Like, stop looking to the sideline. Like, if the guy scores on you, it's not look at coach like, coach, what you want me to do? Okay, you did what coach said. He scored. What you gonna do next time? Like you have to do something, make an adjustment. And that is just frustrating to watch as, someone who's played basketball. Like just think about when you play with your friends, right? Let's say you play a game of basketball and it's game point. You're doing everything in your power to keep the other person from scoring on you because you don't want to lose. It's a competitive game. Well, sometimes that ends up being you foul them, right? And you have to call your own fouls. You foul the person. I feel like we barely touched this guy. He was so comfortable all night. And once someone gets like that, they start seeing a big basket. It's not a lot you can do. Okay. Now I called for, should I say, I didn't call for, but I thought we would get a technical foul in this game. I thought it was going to be that important. And we got close, but player wise, I don't know if we're going to get another tech for a while. I think our team's a little soft. And I hate to say that outside of Q, eh, I don't know about them being like a tough team. And maybe that's the edge that Wade is talking about. Because there just should be no way one player continues to have his way with you and nothing is done, right? I mean, it could be an accidental foul. Like, I'm not asking you to hurt the guy, but he should know that you're there in the game and somebody's guarding him. But, you know, okay. So I will say with Peterson, we Darian Peterson, we were more physical with him than we were with Council. Okay. We were up on him trying to make it difficult. Yes, he still scored, but that's why he is a top draft pick. All right. He has that skill set. Fine. Council should not have done what he did to us. As Wade was by the numbers, he should not have had this type of game. But we helped him. So yes, I'm very, very frustrated, even with us improving, because it's little things that 1 point, and we let this guy have a career day in our gym. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. Now, let's talk about us on the offensive end. Why are we continuing to throw up bricks from three? I mean, brick after brick. I understand a lot. The sad part is a lot of them were open, good looks, but we actually missed a huge opportunity because their big guy was in foul trouble, right? Sat down, did not come back in the game, and we still jacking up threes, shooting bricks instead of going inside. Where is the adjustment, the in game adjustment to look like, it's almost like our coaches are playing checkers and the other coaches playing chess every time, right? And it's not to say that Will Wade doesn't know how to play chess and isn't thinking, steps ahead, but it just appears that way. Um, he mentioned that Musa is not playing well, so he's not getting the minutes. Um, and Lubin's getting wore down. And I'm like, man, I wish we had another big that we can bring in and help spare Lubin some since Musa can't do it. Wait, we do. Ibube, and we not playing him. Like, how bad does this guy have to be that he can't come in and allow my man to go get some water and wipe some sweat off his forehead? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like Abube and Musa together can be a decent backup big that spells Lubin every now and then. But we're not using them. And to be honest, this was a game that was fitting for two bigs. Like we could have really punished them inside, and we didn't. We just kept jacking up threes. But look, I'm gonna start talking about all these bricks we threw up. Um, let me give you some examples of what I would like to see us start to do, right? And these are the in-game adjustments that I'm not seeing yet. That I don't know if it's because of the players not having the basketball IQ or if it is our coaches just deciding not to go that route. Player gets two fouls, is still in the game. I think that should be a matchup that we target because he obviously has to be more cautious in how he guards because he doesn't want to get another foul and foul out of the game eventually. Okay, so we're not doing that. Shot blocker gets in foul trouble, goes to the bench. Why? Because they don't want him to get another foul. But there's really no chance of that happening because we out there shooting threes and not driving the ball to the basket to get layups. Since he's not in there anymore, that should be something that we do. Not happening. Let's talk about when they switch on the perimeter. All right, you want to switch, and we do this all the time, and coaches do it to us. They run their play, and until the right person switches onto the matchup they want, they continue to move the ball. Once they get that, then everybody gets out the way and they attack that matchup. I feel like we don't do that. Run that, let somebody get on Williams, and then he's the perfect person to have the ball, post up, do whatever to where they have to bring a double team. And when they do, he's a phenomenal playmaker. He can find the person cutting or open to hopefully make the three instead of just launching this thing at the rim. But, know, I feel like those in-game adjustments do not happen. Now, you might see it once or twice, but once it works, why don't we go back to it? Like, there's nothing wrong with running the same play over and over till somebody stops it, especially with your best player. You know, uh, I'm going to talk about something positive. Okay. Darian Williams showed up in this game at the end out of nowhere because he was not playing that great. And then he like really took over for us and kept us in this game. Uh Hitting, clutch threes. He missed the one to win the game, but I'm not even mad about that. My thing is, my guy, I need you to do that the entire game. You came out strong, ready to go, and then you sort of fizzled out and just let everybody do their thing. I don't think that's going to work for this team. Like, Darren Williams has to be the guy he was in the end of the game in overtime all game long. He has to be ACC Player of the Year, not just another guy that's pretty good sometimes. And right now, he even admitted in his post game interview, he didn't play well, and we lost by one. So that's the positive, right? We're right there. Our star player did not have his best game. He did a little bit, but he wasn't what, he can be. And we lost by one in overtime. But I'll tell you, these moral victories do not feel good. And I'm not here for that. I don't want another moral victory. They hurt. Okay? I'm ready for us to start celebrating this red reckoning, this on the jumbotron every daggone game. Take that mess off until we get this figured out. But, that's neither here nor there. I'm ready for some W's. All right. I want y'all to let me know how you felt about the game. Are you as bothered as I am, or do you feel, great about it? Please share your thoughts. And as always, like, subscribe, share, and until next time, go Pack.